Why are there so many of these fucking things?
Mine's loading.
Oh, I probably
Like
need one.
webcam.
What are we taking from?
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't
Here.
delete everything in the.
I'll
The
be right
7
back.
in the middle. In the middle.
Mine's
Oh.
busted. Mine says Hitler.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's a glitch.
That took me so long to just register as a joke.
And not
The
me just
small
giving away that
word,
I'm
dude.
Hitler. Who wants my busted card that says Hitler on it?
I want.
me.
Me, 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 me.
Me.
Mo,
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 mo.
mo, 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 mo.
Mo.
Ma, 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 ma.
Mommy.
not that
Here.
Me.
Camera. There I am. For some reason, who's Bongo? Is that
That's me.
Sam? Okay, his isn't loaded in for me yet.
Huh.
Classic.
Classic
That is
bongo.
kind of classic, yeah. Honestly. Okay, everyone's got their roles.
I'm going light.
I got mine. I just can't see Sam, and I don't want to ruin it.
All right, Hitler from last game is the next president.
Hitler from last game is
What?
next Hitler.
I wasn't Hitler.
Yeah, I agree with Caden.
It's true.
Max,
What?
don't be fascist this time.
I'm trying my hardest,
Bro, we
Cal.
need to do
No.
the we need to do the thing. We need to do the
Hey,
thing.
if I'm
Nighttime.
fascist,
Nighttime.
oh,
You're
no,
right,
you're
Zach.
right. You're right. You're right.
All right, everyone, close your eyes. And remember, cheating is for
Okay.
pussies. Fascists, open your eyes.
I love pussy.
Make eye contact with each other.
Max, you love pussy.
Bro, can't relate.
Love pussy. Hitler, do some like Hitler stuff. Do some Hitler stuff. Good job, Hitler. You did great. Your moves were sick.
Guys,
Like
I think Hitler
Jagger?
farted.
Yeah, Hitler had moves
Damn.
like Jagger. All right,
It
fascists,
was
close your
Jaeger.
eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
close your eyes. Everyone close your eyes. Everyone open your eyes.
Ugh.
Any problems in the night?
No problems.
No, but
I
I have
have
my
a night now.
That's
Oh.
true.
All right, let's get this pony show on the road.
Who's starting?
Okay.
Yeah, ponies.
Zach is.
Zach is starting.
Yeah.
Max? Max?
Yeah? What?
Max.
Well, that's
Oh,
awfully,
this
awfully,
again?
awfully
Don't be
reminiscent of last game.
Don't be fascist. I didn't start as Hitler last game. It was Michael.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, Max wasn't a fascist. He wasn't even playing like one, dude.
Def not fastkeys.
You can call the vote whenever you want, Zach.
Dude, you
I'm-
look like a fucking hacker.
Oh, mine aren't flipped over.
Just the angle,
There
the
you
way
go.
you type your light up keyboard,
It
all of
passed.
it, man. You need the fucking baklava.
The
baklava.
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 Baklava. Dude, I could go
Baklava.
for some baklava right now. That would be so good.
Max, you'll eat anything.
Sick.
This passed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're waiting for
I
Zach
was
to
a
take
little
his three
bit
cards.
Swagty.
Zach.
Zach.
Zacky poo.
Whatever you do, don't draw three
Zach.
fascies.
Don't draw three fascies.
Fassies.
Don't give me two fascies.
If you guys look at the the skull from directly
set it
above,
down.
it looks
Oh,
super badass.
Don't set it on that. Don't set it on
No,
that.
I have to
Like
go
something
look at
you
it.
Buy from like a trailer park truck.
Wait, which one did you discard? You just gave me three.
Yeah.
Damn, that looks so badass. You're so
It
right.
looks so badass.
Do you want to look at them again?
Yeah, you can
No.
take it back and look.
Are
Okay.
you good? Okay.
And if you slightly move around, it kind of looks like he's looking around.
Dude, that's super badass.
Zach, I feel like that hurt your eyes.
Also,
Not
I
really.
recommend everybody
Okay.
hold Alt on the Chancellor thing.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
That's cool.
The president is even
Yeah.
cooler.
Thank you.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Chancellor
so
ship
all of this was going on.
Oh.
Fascist
Oh, fuck.
policy got passed because I got handed two fascist cards, and Zach probably drew three fascists.
Nice.
I drew three fascists.
Nice
Get
Under
start.
explicit
Oh,
orders to not draw three
coincidental.
fascies.
That's why it didn't matter what I discarded.
The Empire will remember this.
Yeah.
The umpire will?
Yeah, dude, the umpire remembers everything.
Dude,
Right, Max?
not gonna lie, would not
Yes,
bang
she
or
is
not
gonna
flower.
lie.
Max hasn't
Forget
forgotten
all
a
the
thing
time.
since he became an umpire.
Dude,
one of
Would
their
not bang or
crazy
not a
powers,
flowers. Not gonna
dude.
lie.
all
Not
these
gonna lie,
parents like have high expectations of you, and you're like, I'm fucking freshman in high school. Leave me alone.
Okay, I elect Sam because.
Because the last
he's
game,
all
that
over
sucks.
there.
That sucks.
Oh.
That
Yikes.
sucks, Caden.
Ugh.
3,
Already
2,
getting
1.
pretty messy.
Oh shit.
I want to vote yes. I vote yeah.
Oh,
but
I
I've
meant
got
to
the- I've got
yes,
the-
but
I've
grabbed
got the
wrong
draw
card.
tool out.
I want let it be known that Ethan voted nay.
Dude, I didn't mean it. I tried to. I got the wrong card.
Mm.
Okay. Is it for Sam?
It's the joke again. It's that one joke.
Okay,
I
good.
love that.
That's
I
the
do
funny
two
joke.
fascist, so
Two
I had to
fascist.
give him a choice.
Okay, so
That is correct. He gave me
Huh.
a choice.
nice.
You sound
I don't
pretty
know.
reluctant that you
Like-
gave him
Yeah,
a
it
choice.
sounds like you
Like
almost forced
thinking, but-
fascist onto him. If
I'm just like, all I'm saying is like, let's be wary. Let's be careful. Let's think about it. All right. All right.
Okay.
got
Okay,
my
okay.
eyes on you, Bucko.
Both of them?
I can't even see his eyes.
I am the chancellor.
Michael is the
Incumbent?
chancellor.
Me coming up. Me coming
No,
up.
you're the president. My bad.
You can tell because this thing is directly up.
All right. I'm feeling like giving it to the old.
Oh.
That was epic.
I feel like Ethan's my best choice.
Hey,
Oh
get
my
off your
goodness.
phone.
Ooh.
Yeah. What?
That's
what-
loud.
I-
That's very loud.
Alright, I'm gonna wait until you guys can hear me. I'm gonna turn.
How
this
do I
down to-
how do I mute it?
Server mute.
Jesus,
Nice.
what the fuck?
Can you get that one thing out of there?
Alright, guys.
Just for now.
So, I'm giving it to Ethan right now. 3, 2, 1,
Oh,
vote.
shit. Hey. Let it be known that
Nice
Sam
freedom.
Horn
Oh.
and Max Macho voted 9.
9.
Oopsie.
No, I get it. It's understandable. I wouldn't
It's
vote.
a joke. It's a
It's
joke.
a joke. What's so funny about it then?
I
Bro, it's the Prank, bro.
There you go, Ethan.
Holy fuck. Thank you, boys. Keep the rally going while I get my votes. in.
Ethan looks like Dr. Eggman.
No choice.
Yo, what up?
No
Eggman?
choice.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
What do you
no
mean
choice.
bullshit?
Choice.
No, you didn't. You drew 3 fascists.
Oh, as if.
Oh, I drew 3
Oh
fascists,
my
yeah?
god. Oh, holy
Dude,
cow.
you're kidding me.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say something weird is going on
You
here.
drew-
Something
you gave me
suspicious.
3. There's no way.
I give you a choice.
Oh my god, dude, I'm pissed.
You can
Why
tell he's
can't I
secret
have a
because he
peaceful
went like
game?
this and everything.
Why can't
He-
I have a
he-
peaceful game? Both of my first terms, I'm getting called out immediately.
Michael, what did you draw?
I drew 1 liberal and 2 fascists. I gave him a choice.
That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Michael
Yeah,
has
you-
investigation powers.
You're just looking for a. You're just looking for a
Okay.
peaceful game. Peaceful
Investigate
game.
so-
You have it out for me,
Investigate
Michael.
someone-
You have it out for me.
Investigate
Don't
someone besides
Don't
Ethan.
investigate Ethan.
You have
Wait,
it out
so
for me.
Ethan was given
Holy shit.
chancellorship by Zach, right?
No.
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 Was
By-
Ethan ever chancellor before?
You
No.
just elected me chancellor.
It was
Right,
you.
right. I thought you were in government before too.
No. We started off with presidency on Zach.
Who was the first fascist government?
That was me and Zach.
3
Yeah.
fascists.
Zach?
3 fascists.
I'm gonna have to investigate Zach.
Bro, I think Michael might be a fascist this time. Well, we know that Michael and Ethan are on different teams.
I'm telling you, I didn't get a choice.
Yeah.
Zach's a
that's-
dirty libtard.
I have like all these buttons on top of my webcam. I'm gonna press some of them.
I gave
Yeah.
Ethan a choice.
Bullshit. Fuck. I'm on the ropes.
Ethan, Ethan, Zach
Hey,
is
nothing
liberal.
happened.
This I vouch for.
Zach's liberal.
I am
Hmm.
liberal.
This is gonna go the exact same way as last game. But now I'm on the
I
other
still don't know if I trust
side,
Michael,
what the
though.
fuck?
I don't know if I
No,
trust Michael.
I don't trust Michael.
Don't trust Ethan over me.
I don't trust
I
either
suspect
of
that
them.
Ethan will look more fascist as time goes on. Like I
We'll
think we
see,
should
we'll
give
see.
him another choice in the future. Like I think we should, from your guys' perspective, you should give us both the benefit of the doubt, right?
We're,
But I think
we're
Ethan's gonna look pretty
early into the
fascist in
game.
future.
but
I'm trusting
fucking
Ethan more than
second
Mike,
goddamn thing.
Dude, I am like leaning towards Ethan a little bit. I'll be
Not gonna lie.
Like I won't lie about it.
Damn.
I think Ethan
that's
is going
crazy.
to like.
I think I
show
just
himself
I
as
think I just
fascist.
win my 1v1s is what it is. It's what it's at.
He
Wait,
wins
Michael,
too.
I think I've
Michael,
proven I
Michael,
can win
what?
myself
Look,
in these 1v1s.
Michael, what?
I think Ethan's
Ever,
going
dude.
Oh my
No
god.
way.
Oh my god.
No way.
Dude. Wait, what did he? Wait, what did he say?
Ask him to repeat it.
Can you say it again, Michael?
Wait, me? It was Max saying that we all.
No, I
were,
actually
like,
didn't hear what
geeking
Michael
about.
did
Wait,
say, so I
yeah,
would like to
yeah,
hear
what?
the whole Max
What happened?
joke.
So-
The Max joke
Yeah,
was
what?
hilarious, but I didn't actually hear what Michael said.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely
Ethan's
distracted.
going to look pretty fascist in the future. I think I'm going to be vindicated.
Uh-huh.
Only
Actually,
fascists
that's
say
very-
vindicated.
Yeah, that's a big word for a libtard.
Yeah, Libtards are not that smart.
Edison,
Yes.
who do you elect?
Well, you know what? Wait, the last one was Ethan.
Michael and Ethan.
Ethan Michael.
Michael. Okay.
Do you
Understandable.
like? I would feel most comfortable with Sam or Caden, probably.
Yeah,
I was thinking
they're
Sam,
the
but
only
now-
liberal
There's-
ones.
I mean,
That-
yeah, they-
either
they-
one is fine with me.
Wait, has Sam been in power yet?
I
Yeah.
chancellored him. He chose liberal.
Well, let's get things moving
Yeah.
along.
I just
Fucking-
want
I
to
would
say
do
that
that.
there was definitely a liberal discarded during me and Ethan's government. Can we all agree on that?
Probably.
So the
So-
count
Oh, you're
right
trying to
now, if no other
manipulate my
cards were
brain.
discarded, is 2 liberals gone.
Sure.
If we believe what Michael said. But if you
Sure.
believe what I said, then no liberals are gone.
Well, if we believe that, yeah, Ethan's right. Ethan.
Okay.
So here's what
Okay.
I was thinking.
I guess 3, 2, 1 for Sam.
Oh shit.
Oh.
At best.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shit.
Okay.
I knew that. Is there any way to space them out more in the thing? They're like covering each other.
Who
I
fucking?
took
Oh my
like
god.
my roll cards and I put
Caden.
Yeah,
So the
we've all
dice
taken
down and then
the party card and roll card and put it back into the envelope.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't have those powers. What?
Oh no, they're going around the block. And here they come around the first leg of the track,
No,
and we got
okay.
ball number 1 in the
Someone
lead,
blew it
leading the
together.
leading the race.
Okay.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Ethan,
What's up?
you know that one that's like,
Hey, wait, hold on.
It's like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like,
TikTok dance?
Oh, do it, what's the cam again? Do it again.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. That one's really
It's
good.
a good song.
I only have one monitor, so I was seeing the game, and then that's last
Oh, I
Christmas.
put it
Is the
in.
song in that one.
Wait, what's going on here? Did we just pass this?
we passed
Yeah.
liberal.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
What'd you
I
draw?
like
Two
that.
Adam?
I
fascists and a liberal. I
Right.
gave a choice.
What'd you draw? Adam?
I got a choice.
That's
Two
good.
fascists
I like,
and a liberal
I like
gave a choice.
Sam at this point.
So
Yeah, Sam's passed
thanks.
2 liberals.
So
It took 3 years,
and
but
3
Let
liberals
me
in total
check.
so far.
Okay.
three-
I'm still
three liberals
liberal. I
so far.
checked.
Assuming you were telling the truth, Michael, we did.
Hmm.
So
I
like,
don't believe you, man. I
the
don't.
issue is like,
How many cards
3
are
of you
left?
guys are fascist, but only a couple of you guys are acting like it.
5 cards
Yeah.
are left.
It's Michael, the music bot, and Max calling it right now.
The music bot.
Music bot's pretty fascist, dude. Like,
It's been pretty quiet this whole time.
I'm a bit worried about Sam because he's.
Playing
Worried?
Charlie
In the right
Hitler,
corner.
maybe.
I'm what?
You're just up in the right corner of the screen.
Okay, wait.
Doing
Oh,
stuff.
right. Where the fascists are. God damn it.
How would you guys feel if I elected Caden as the chancellor?
I would feel pretty
Um,
heated about it.
Why would you feel good about it?
I like his policies.
Yeah, name a few.
Anyways.
Name one. Name 3 of his albums.
Okay, well I think I'm gonna do it.
Afghanistan Annies for guns.
That being
Okay, I'm ready.
said,
Yikes.
Good cause, you convinced me.
Vote.
It passed.
Are you Hitler?
No.
Okay.
He hesitated.
Hmm.
Let me
Yeah, he
check.
did.
but
He
no.
thought about it.
He had to make sure.
Thought about it.
He really had to make sure.
The board state.
Dude, since that one time that I forgot I was Hitler, I've been.
Freaked.
Look, that did like definitely happen to me again.
Anybody need anything measured?
My penis.
Yeah. Can you measure this?
Measure D's nuts.
Is that the scale?
All right,
Yeah.
This thing is
measure for you.
88 inches
I
long.
traced it.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Next up. Next
Dude,
up.
that's.
That's about 53.6.
Oh, you guys measure from the
Millimeters.
balls?
Yeah, we're going for shaft size here, you
Bro,
amateurs.
if you can fit it in the girl, then it counts.
Oh my god.
So you count from the balls, right?
Fuck.
I count from a little farther in, but yeah, we'll start
Oh,
with the
shit.
balls.
I start from
Wait,
the
so
toes.
you're telling me you can't just
Yeah.
get the tip in and that's it?
I can Olympic dive into a girl's pussy.
Oh, what's this?
Oh shit.
Fan
Oh,
liberal.
so
There we
I
go.
drew 2 liberals and a fascist. I discarded a liberal to see what Caden was. I didn't feel comfortable forcing liberal on him.
Okay.
Give me a choice.
He chose liberal, so we'll take that into account
So-
moving forward.
So
Five.
that was 2 liberals gone. So what's the count so far? One. If we believe Michael's count, 1, 2,
It's 5.
3, 4, 5 gone. If we believe my count, 4 gone.
Is that a
we
Beyblade?
believe-
So here's the thing, Ethan. You can't have a count. You're saying that I drew 3 fascists. You have no reason to think I drew 3 fascists.
What do you mean?
You
I have
think
no
he
reason
have
to
a count
think.
because he's a woman and they don't have rights.
Like,
Oh.
if I was fascist, I could have
Listen.
discarded a liberal there. Like, you don't have a count.
Oh fuck.
If you were fascist, you could have drawn 3 fascists.
Did he take away the bullets?
I could have, but
Fire away.
then that adds
Someone
more
did.
uncertainty there. All
Yeah,
I'm
just draw
saying
fire
is
away from
that
the
like there's no certain
Oh,
count
wait, I
with
need one of
Ethan's
these.
method.
There's no certain count with your method either.
Look how
No,
fucking
Michael has
intense
a
he
certain
looks
count
right
because
now.
he's saying that he picked 1 and gave it to me.
Oh wait, I don't need.
Yeah, so usually when we count based on what people say they saw, right?
Yeah.
Ethan didn't see the like cards that he's claiming he saw.
Yeah, but we can't trust you that you're telling the truth.
Yeah,
either.
Michael.
can't
I think
trust
should,
you?
I,
I gave
Ooh.
Ethan a liberal. He discarded. That's all I'm
Michael-
saying.
Michael is wearing red today.
Uh
Oh, he's
oh.
wearing red today. Yep.
I'm not.
What red?
No, I am wearing red today. Yeah, you got me there.
I
But
did.
Isn't today National Horny Day or something?
No, I thought it was
yeah.
yesterday.
Was that a few
I
days
think
ago?
we'll
yesterday
see
or a
that
few
at
days ago.
least one extra. So, I'm saying that we've seen more liberals than everyone like claims to. I think we'll see
You're
the
saying-
count backs that up.
Right now, in this next 2 cards that Sam draws, one of them should be a liberal. That's according to Michael's count.
I'm saying that we've seen more liberal. I'm saying that we've seen 5 liberals so far. So yeah,
So there
So
should be
one of those-
1 more liberal.
yeah.
Ethan's right. They'll both be liberal. Or
Yeah,
Yeah, if
Ethan's
I'm right,
they'll
they're both
be
liberal. If
liberal.
Michael's right, it's 1 liberal.
there's a
But, like
chance
Ethan
somebody else
discarded
lied.
a liberal.
We will
There's a
just
chance
have
somebody
to
else lied and
find
the count's
out
wrong. Both.
when Sam's the president. Tune in.
Can you move? I'm trying to draw.
You're the president, bro. Presidents don't have time for drawing.
Oh.
They lead the country.
Who should I elect?
Can't
Your
elect
choices
me or
are me, Zach,
Maxer.
Edison, Michael.
Bro, I don't really like.
Is that a me or is that a?
You could go
No,
for
I'm just doing this.
Edison or Zach.
Oh,
I mean, they're probably
I
the
don't
best
like-
2 candidates.
I don't like super trust either of them though. The people I really trust is Sam and Caden at this point.
I mean,
Yeah,
Edison
I'm
and
just kind
Sam
of a
passed
shitter
the
right now.
liberal. Is that all Zach's done? Has done
No.
force 1
Did
fascist
we?
so far?
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
that was the first turn.
Edison gave you a liberal last on his presidency. so-
Yeah. Yeah.
On the first one. it was a
I guess
choice,
I'd
yeah.
be comfortable with Edison. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's
wait,
not Hitler time yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Corona
let's
time.
get Edison then.
Where-
It's not Hitler time, baby.
Alrighty.
Just gotta wait for it to die down.
Are we playing spin the bottle?
Oh,
Edison has to kiss Ethan.
Max, I call
No,
it.
no, not me, not
Oh, no,
me,
wait,
not me, not me, not me, not me.
that's Zach. That's Zach. Edison has to kiss Zach.
Bro, I don't care whose turn it was. I'm giving kisses.
Okay.
What the fuck?
3, 2, 1.
Ah.
It
No,
passes.
I'm
Are you
Oh, I
Hitler?
don't vote for that.
So this was universally accepted. Therefore, the fascists were on board with it.
Or they just didn't want to be seen.
Yeah, I mean,
Or like you don't. Yeah.
I don't think you
Yeah,
would
I
go
don't think
against
that's
a
fair.
Come on,
liberal.
come on. No, this
That's
has
not-
lots of value.
Thank you, Max, for your cool opinions.
Wait. Max, don't you reach chakras?
Yeah, I can.
Dude,
Hold
okay,
on.
sense
Yeah.
Edison's energy right now, dude.
Edison, put your forehead against your camera.
Alright. Wait, you can't really see. Hang on.
Hold on, I'm downloading.
Yeah, Max, your
Yeah.
camera's completely black. We can't see
Hey,
you
can
at
I?
all.
Can I?
Your
can I
camera
get
is
somebody...
pointless at this point.
No, you can totally see me, dude.
No,
A little bit.
no, you really cannot.
What the fuck? Cause I can see me.
I can see him a tad.
No, I
bit.
can't.
It's
Hold on, we gotta get it adjusted to the light.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Keep it there.
Focus, sensor. What do these buttons do?
Can I
Is
get
it
somebody
scared?
to shuffle the discard
I got it,
deck? We have 2.
Are you guys getting this?
Yeah, I
Max.
get
I'm
that.
picking up what you're putting down.
So then, how are you not getting this? Okay, that is pretty
Ow.
dark. If I do it here. Oh, that's
I can see your drawstring.
you getting that?
I get that.
Okay, well that's as good as we're getting, I think.
I think Ethan's just overreacting.
I think
Well,
too.
good, because it's not getting any better.
Start my phone.
Okay.
You're gonna. Yeah, those 2 are yours.
These two?
They should be very few liberals in there.
make no sound when they fall over.
I think either 1 or 0 liberals will be in that hand if I'm right.
In the hand of 9, or the one I just gave to Edison?
In
like-
what Edison has right now, I think there's either 1 or 0.
Ah.
liberal cards.
Likely it
Gotcha.
should be.
So-
Oh wait, no.
Only one way to
We messed up earlier.
If
It's,
it's one-
0 if
if it's
Michael
one-
was telling the truth. It's 1 if I was telling the truth. Because I was saying
It
that
should be-
Michael didn't
but-
give me a liberal. He's saying that he gave me the liberal.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So-
Ethan, it's
like,
2.
we can't like bank entirely on that because other people are gonna fuck
Other
up the
people
count.
will
too.
too.
I don't know.
They're
Exactly.
going to
I
fuck the
live my
count up.
games by the count, man. And they work
They're
out
gonna
for me
fuck the
most of
count
time.
Well, okay, so. Okay,
It's gonna
yeah.
get fucked at some point.
They're
We'll
gonna
just
fuck up
wait
the
for
count big
It
time.
did last
Edison
I
to
think
play.
Ethan's on his phone right now.
No,
I think so
I'm
too.
holding a comb.
Hold up your other hand. I see
What
it,
the
bro.
fuck?
Other hand. Other
Yeah.
hand. No, it's on the table.
I'm
I see
holding
it.
the
I can
cone.
see
It's
it
on the yeah,
table.
it is on the table, but I was holding a comb. I wasn't on my phone.
All right, comb on the table.
Comb on the table.
Come on the table. Okay.
Come on the table.
Come on.
Not
the
Wipe
that.
the cum
Shit.
off the table, dude. Wipe the cum off the table.
Oh wait, did we pass
Dude,
a liberal
it-
just now?
it's
Or?
gotta prevent-
No,
No.
Waiting
he's
on
he's
Edison.
still deliberating.
Liberating.
Uh oh.
Liberating?
Ferment. I can't wipe it off. yet.
Liberating.
Liberalized.
Nice.
Deliberalizing?
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
But oh well.
How many?
So
how many-
So-
I drew 2 fascists and 1
Hey,
liberal.
So there was a liberal.
In but
Yeah,
Can you
hold
see
on.
us?
the
You gotta
liberal I
have your
got
webcam on if you want to be in here. Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
the liberal I got after we reshuffled the deck.
2
so
and
the-
1. So my count of 5 was right.
Assume. Well, it could have been
No,
2
my
and
count of
somebody else
5
could have
was
lied.
right.
Welcome.
It could have been 2 and somebody else discarded one.
Yeah, I'm like not
Yes.
too like keen
I'm
on
not
just
saying that
trusting
like
the
I'm
count.
positively like refined here, but my
I
count
feel like-
was right.
I feel like if anything, it's more likely that Ethan was right because the chance that nobody else discarded one by the time it got to the end is less likely.
Bullshit.
No
Like,
way.
Look,
No,
hold
wait,
on.
man.
My
Real
count
quick,
was
hold
right,
on, hold on.
goddammit.
Assuming nobody else
Everyone
discarded.
was telling the truth at this point.
Look, is it like
Assuming nobody else
possible
discarded.
for us to just like keep on going and just electing the people we trust, and we
Okay.
can just like get another liberal card and win? You know?
Yeah, they only have 2 fascists. There's a good
Yeah.
chance.
Like I'm thinking like
Yeah.
if we just roll like I'm really trusting Sam and Caden at this point. If we just roll with this sort of thing, maybe we can just sneak a little liberal policy in there, you know?
Mhm.
I like it. I like it, Max.
Can I do my
We'll
impression of
avoid
Max really
Michael,
quick?
we'll
Yes.
avoid Ethan,
Yeah.
please.
Let's hear your impression.
No, I need to get my phone. Hold on.
We're at a pretty safe point right now, Max. Like we stand to be able to learn more about more people, and honestly, we need information.
Well, we'll see
Oh,
what
we're just
happens
winning?
if we do this. If like something bad doesn't, yeah, that's good,
I mean,
Sam.
like you
You
should
guys have any
let
Yu-Gi-Oh
accurate.
cards?
president here. I don't like saying that you should let Ethan be president here, But for
Michael,
the
I
sake
think
of
I'm
the
not
table,
gonna trust you because yeah. I
just
think
left.
I'm going to not trust you.
Music boy.
Music.
Oh,
Fine, music pod.
Michael,
the fascists are so far. We need information to be able.
The
to close out
fascists
the
are
game,
fart,
guys.
dude.
I
They're
have all the
fart.
Three
information
people to
I
close out
need.
the game, dude.
Michael, I would trust you so much more if you like hadn't done the things you've done.
If you weren't fascist, Michael. If you weren't fascist,
I
easy
would
trust.
like take your ideas into account, even.
The only way I'm gonna trust you, Mike, is if you swallow that entire microphone, right?
So I dislike having Ethan, and I honestly I would just like vote no.
I said microphone.
Why-
You didn't
why
even do
do
that
you
right.
But so, wait, Max, you want to give presidency to Caden?
Well, shit. I don't know. I mean, presidency's like one thing. Chancellorship's a whole other
I'm
thing.
giving chancellorship to Caden right now. for
Yeah,
the
but
win
like
of the
I
game.
dislike
Look,
you.
This is the
But you
this-
could give me two
This
fascists and
entire
discard
game,
a
you've been
liberal.
like, "Fuck
Fair
Michael, I
enough.
trust Ethan," and Mike,
I mean, I
you,
trust
you
you
and
more,
Zach
but that doesn't mean
both
I don't
argued for my count.
I didn't argue for your count.
I
I,
want-
I argued that the count like shouldn't really have that much of an effect on what we do because like people are gonna fuck it up.
No, but
Okay.
you
And, like,
can
you can't
predict
account
who
for all
fucks it
disregarding
up.
the count
That's the whole point of the
entirely.
count.
You can't account
There
for
was-
every single way.
But hold on,
you
hold on.
can't.
Everybody
All I'm
talk at
saying-
once,
okay.
really quick.
Everyone at once.
Everybody talk at once, really quick. I'm the only one
The
talking.
louder
No
you
one else is
are, the
talking.
better we'll hear each other.
You look like an alien.
Max, what is your plan then? And if I'm not president, do you want to give presidency to Caden?
That's what I just stumbled upon. I suppose I'd be down with this, with the presidency chancellorship.
That's what I would.
Yeah, Michael, what?
Christ, Max.
Yeah, Michael,
So,
what?
I'm saying, what I was saying before you started interrupting me a couple
Before,
minutes.
yeah, when I was interrupting you.
I was saying that we should let Ethan be president because we'll see him not play a liberal because he's fascist. We'll know he's fascist, and we'll be able to completely cut him out. Like, we're
Fucking
at a point.
fine,
We're
yeah,
at a point in
let's
time where
do it.
information
Okay.
is
Alright,
valuable.
let's do
that-
it.
Win the game
We'll
right
do
here.
it. Just
Yeah,
win
let's
it.
just
He's not
win the
gonna play a
game.
liberal.
Ethan.
Ethan
There's
will
al-
not.
All right.
Okay, so but we also discarded one of the two the liberals left, like just last round.
So
there's a good
one
chance
out
he
of
draws
that
three
nine.
liberal
fascists
was
as well.
on the new deck. That's true.
There's one left in there. So just because he draws just because he plays a
Yeah.
fascist doesn't mean he drew the liberal.
It's
Yes, but
very
I'm saying
light,
that
low
there's
chance.
absolutely zero chance that Ethan will play a liberal card.
No, because if I get the liberal card, I give it to Caden. If we trust Caden, then that's a liberal victory.
No.
He's
I'm
saying
saying
'cause he's
that because Ethan is fascist, there is zero chance, and that when he's president, we will get
I'm calling the
information
vote.
indicating that
Go
he's
for it.
fascist.
3.
I like
two,
that, Michael. You
one.
got a good
Wait, who are
point.
you calling
No.
the vote for?
We've been
It
over
was
this
Caden.
1,000
Yeah, we've
times,
been.
Sam.
Yeah,
I'm
we've
sorry.
been doing this. That's
I-
all.
I'll fill you in, Sam.
Max, thank you for
Michael's all
gladly
pissed
listening to
off.
me. I appreciate people listening. I get very frustrated when my voice is.
I wasn't listening to you the whole time. I decided to just agree with you at one point.
Okay,
I'm just.
Is that better?
There you go.
Watch,
I'm
this
just-
will
I'm
be a
just having
fascist
you.
card if I'm right. Sometimes if I'm wrong,
All
also.
right, Caden, prove him wrong.
Also a chance he drew three fascists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that
I'm saying.
sucks. Yeah. Okay, we knew
I
this was
drew
gonna
3.
happen.
Oh,
There's a 1 in
Yeah,
9
fucking-
chance to get a liberal
Yeah, that's
card there.
still a good
But that's like such a good reason to just avoid you in government from now on.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, same as
it's
reason for
indicative
anyone,
that
though.
Ethan is sketchy.
How would we feel about this? How would we feel about failing Zach's presidency? Caden's president gives chancellorship to Sam.
But first,
Why don't we just-
wait.
Ethan
I wanna
has
make
to
sure I
choose a
understand why
president
failing-
first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ethan
why fail
does
me?
choose the president
Yeah,
first.
I
So
choose
Ethan, you should
president.
choose Caden as your president.
I can.
But why fail me?
I don't know, man.
I don't
It's
understand
not.
why
It's not because they don't trust
okay.
you. It's just because they don't have much to go off of.
Yeah,
Zach,
exactly.
I like you, but
Okay, so this is a good. I'm pretty sure Max is fascist here at this. point.
What? Oh my God, no! Michael's
He's
so
been trying
fascist,
to
dude.
like just cut people out, like Zach, right? He just threw out let's skip Zach's presidency for no reason. He had no reason to.
Why?
just
We don't have any.
skip
Why should we include Zach as a
that.
president?
Why should we not?
We don't have any
wait,
information on
wait.
him.
Everybody, wait. Sam,
Yes, Sam.
I was just stretching.
No.
Holy
What
shit.
I think
We
is
have
happening is
information
Max
on
is
Sam
causing
and
chaos
Caden.
What do we
within-
know about
No.
Caden?
Caden has
I-
He
passed
didn't pass the
involved
first
one-
liberal card,
one or
two
two.
liberal cards.
Two
so
liberal
and then
policies.
Edison passed one with Sam. And
Edison
Sam
was
didn't.
involved with two liberal policies. I was
Edison's
involved
done
with
2
two.
policies.
Mhm.
Edison's
Yeah.
two policies.
Exactly.
Trifecta.
So what if we do Caden
Edison's a
Edison and
good-
then Edison Sam and then Sam Caden? That's like the trifecta there.
Oh.
I feel more comfortable with that.
Say the first one again.
I can give it to Caden. Caden can elect Edison, and then Edison can elect Sam if that doesn't work, and Sam can elect Caden
Wait.
if that doesn't work. That way we're keeping
What if
all
we
powers
what if
in
we did
rotation.
what if we did it the other way? What if we elected Sam and then Edison?
I feel like that'd
Question.
be better because I trust that Sam is less
No,
of a
because
Hitler
previous
than-
government.
I have a
wouldn't-
question. If
previous
we
government
elect,
wouldn't work that way.
He's not previous
Caden.
government.
if we elect Caden as the next president, then after that, doesn't the presidency go back to Zach?
Yeah.
It'll go to me.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we can fail it and go to me again.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay.
true.
You could.
No, what I
But
was
why
saying,
fail-
what I
why
was
fail it?
saying, oh yeah, I guess it doesn't work with that
Max
the model.
was advocating.
Because look,
Can
I
break things
like
down to help my
I'm-
thought process here. I think
I
I have. I
guess.
think I have
So,
this pretty close. I think I have
Ethan.
this
I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty sketched out by the fact that you want Edison to be the chancellor.
Yeah,
No,
that
I'm
was
just
I
saying
think
that we
that's just
we
like-
have
to me.
No,
three
I
clear
understand. I understand.
points.
No, I understand. So what I'm saying is we should make Sam the chancellor
I see. I'm
instead of
sketched out
Edison.
why you're specifically like vouching
Why?
for Sam.
Because
Yeah,
you're vouching for
no.
Edison. I'm uncomfortable with that. I would
No,
be
I'm,
down with
I'm
making.
vouching for 3 points. The strong connection. You're saying specifically Kane and Sam, Kane and Sam, Kane and Sam.
Okay, fine. Fucking Edison. That's fine. Fine.
I don't understand.
Okay, who are you giving presidency to?
Hold on, Kanan, what I want to hear your side of this.
My side?
Yeah.
Like what I've done?
No, just like what you're thinking. Like,
Oh, well, I trust Sam, and that's about it. And me, it might be.
Yeah, I do
Because Sam and I have
trust
worked
Sam
together,
and Caden.
And I guess Edison next, but after that, it's kind of kind of downhill.
Max has been the source of a significant amount of chaos in this game.
I
Which is
think
why I
that's,
strongly
like,
distrust
just
Max at this point.
more
He's even
accounted to the
interrupting
fact that
me
I'm a
right now as I'm
dipshit.
currently speaking.
I'm really
Like, I
frustrated
think
because I'm trying so hard to get this right.
all Max does is interrupt people. Like,
he has been doing it.
Am I wrong?
It's not to the level as he was last game, but he is doing it a lot.
Yeah, it might be.
so what I'm saying is that is reason to distrust Max here. And I'm worried about the plans that he's coming up with specifically.
Yeah.
At the
Okay.
beginning, the distrust against me was mainly Max piling it onto me.
What?
Like,
No. Two people said
yes.
it was against you, and then I agreed.
But we didn't
Shouldn't
have any
goddamn-
information
Shut up,
other than
Sam.
word at that point, and you guys did really hardcore go
I'm
against
funny.
Yeah, and I like
Okay,
definitely didn't
we should,
fully believe that you were the fascist. Like that was like half just like, oh haha, look at Michael, he's totally the fucking fascist, bro.
I don't know about
I
that
think it's
because Max and Zach were the one that were pushing
So-
against Michael there.
Here's where I'm at. As a liberal, if like what I'm doing is hurting
As a
everyone
fellow
else, I'm
libtard.
gonna step back and just let you guys take control, and then fucking whatever happens happens.
Mhm.
Ethan, if you give me presidency, I'll elect Sam as chancellor. That's my plan.
Oh God. I don't know, man.
And Caden, if you shoot me, I'll
Zach.
take the bullet.
Yeah,
Zach, what's your take
I'll
on the
shoot
sit for
you.
now?
Right now we have Hitler active.
we do.
And-
I'm
and
thinking.
the thing that sketches me out is that like I do trust Kanan, Edison, and Sam, but Max was advocating very hard for Sam in this situation when we have 3 active.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people have been advocating for Sam as chancellor, and I was.
I'm worried about that.
Then
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
not make
who-
Sam chancellor.
Then who would I elect?
I'm not.
If I
I'm
was
not
given
saying we
it.
should.
Well, Ethan could make me president. Then I choose maybe Caden as chancellor or someone else that you guys want.
Look, I was
Or if you want to
advocating-
disinclude me completely, you can have Edison or
Edison,
Kaden.
Kaden.
So
Be
I
the
was
president.
advocating for Sam because I was unsure of Ethan advocating for Edison right away. I understand that's completely unfounded, therefore I'd be in support of Edison for chancellor.
I'd be more in support of Caden for chancellor,
Kanan for
I would
chancellor,
definitely
which
Edison for
agree with
again
president.
is not founded.
Kanan for
I feel
chancellor,
like-
Edison
Him
for
versus
president.
him versus Edison. Yeah.
I trust
Actually, I'd be
that.
fine with
That
that.
makes sense.
Edison
I trust
president,
Kaden.
me chancellor.
Okay, I'm gonna put my trust in Kaden then. I'll give presidency to Edison.
Wait, isn't Caden previous
then I give-
government?
Oh shit, I was.
Oh, that's great.
Fuck.
Oh,
I
I guess-
gave
Dude.
presidency away. I gave
You
presidency
hate
away.
to see that, bro.
So
We could fail it, or we could send it or elect Sam. That's
If you guys aren't comfortable electing Sam, I am
Wait.
like 100% happy to fail this.
so
And
we
then it goes to me.
if we fail it and it goes to Zach, who would you vote as chancellor?
Caden would still be previous government.
He would be
Oh yeah.
probably Edison. I have no real reason to elect Edison over Sam because they've both been in 2 liberals, right?
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. So, yeah, Edison just to have some
That
sense
makes me
of like
nervous,
commitment to
dude.
that.
Okay.
What?
Max, I'm nervous too. Don't worry.
It makes me
Uh-huh.
really nervous.
you shouldn't be.
Can
You're
someone
all
else give me their
scared.
hand so I can bite their nails? Thanks.
Here we go.
Thanks, guys.
I think Kate's Hitler.
Yeah,
Kaden
most
Hitler?
likely.
So are we?
Yeah.
Are we failing?
Hey.
This
Hey,
one?
yeah, you're not saying anything. You're acting.
Yeah.
So are we failing this and doing Zach Edison? Or
If he does Sam, I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with Sam too.
all right?
I don't like.
Unless Sam's Hitler and his past 2 liberals.
Oh God, this is
I'm
going.
still
Hmm.
fine with it, but I understand if people are not fine with it.
Yeah.
I get
I'm
that.
not fine with it.
I think like at this point we don't
I
have
don't trust
anyone
him.
that's confirmed not Hitler. So like it is in our best interest, I guess, to get someone. We
Yeah.
have to bite the
Yeah.
bullet, I guess. So I think let's just do Edison.
We have to do.
Edison Sam then.
Edison over
Yeah,
to
okay.
Sam.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Everyone get your votes
see how
ready.
this goes. 3, 2, 1.
Sam,
Are you Hitler?
Are you Hitler?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
thank fucking God.
Get in
Holy
that card.
shit.
Get in that fucking card.
They're gonna
Oh,
pass a fascist and kill somebody.
Who? I guess we'll find out who he's gonna kill.
What is? Oh, thank you.
Shit, dude. Do I trust Michael more now?
It's either
should.
Michael or Ethan. And hit
Oh,
whoever's
God.
cronies on their side.
Wait, now I can't give it to Edison next round.
No, but we can.
We've got Caden
We
open,
do
and
have
I
to
trust
give it
Caden. I trust
We're-
Caden.
We're okay with the power play for.
I
Caden?
mean,
Yeah,
it's
power
a
plays at the end are
victory.
fine, but I
Yeah.
don't know if the. I'm worried. I want to take it slow. I want to take it slow.
Look, man.
Fair.
Hopefully, we can just end this now.
Hopefully.
So
That would be
I'm
nice.
very confident it's not going to end right now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
might agree with you.
Hope.
If it doesn't, I might full on just trust Michael.
Not a good sign.
What was
Yeah.
drawn?
Okay, that fucking blows.
I was
So-
forced.
There's no choice. It was 3.
So that
Three
means
fascists.
in this last 3 cards there is a liberal.
So I have a question for you guys. When have I been wrong?
Michael.
So self-centered.
Holy
Michael.
shit.
No, really, really.
Well, no, okay, hold on, hold on.
Michael, I trust you.
I
Max
trust you.
understands what I'm saying here.
I
I'm
trust
see
You
what
can
you're.
hear the regret. That's how you know it was
I
true.
see what you're
No.
saying. I think
I
you got
think-
lucky.
Hey, Michael.
I
Michael.
think
You
Michael's
can't get
the
lucky
liberal.
this many times.
I think
Like-
Michael's.
Yes,
the
you
liberal.
can.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, Sam.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
So
Hopefully.
now the presidency will go to Zach. Who would you want Zach to choose as his chancellor?
So I know this is. I want him to
Okay.
give it to me.
Well,
Oh my God.
I
I
mean,
don't want him to
why?
give it to ourselves.
Who's your second choice?
Yeah.
We were- All of us were like okay with me giving it to Caden like 20 seconds ago,
Well, hold
and then
on.
Michael realized he got everything
Edison-
right, and now he
Edison
wants me
has
to give it to
choose
I-
him.
someone.
I am still.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Edison
have
has
to
to
choose
choose
someone.
someone.
Edison
I
does
thought that
that.
goes to
Edison's
Zach
gonna
since
go
he's the
No,
next one.
you're the president right now.
Edison's one of the
Oh, fuck.
fascists.
Oh my God. Fucking
bullet went in the
Michael, I'm
envelope.
so
Where would it
sorry.
go?
It's a magic bullet. The magic.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I have here?
I think either you or
Fuck.
me is gonna be who Edison kills. I
I
think
agree.
Edison's either gonna kill you or me.
If they
Or
so,
Caden.
would
Kill
you-
him.
He kills
He
or
might kill
Caden.
Zach. I think Zach
could
would
kill
be a
Zach.
pretty big target
Zach
for him.
could be
I'm
liberal.
leaning towards trusting Zach here. He's sticking with his guns, which is something I do a lot, but he's wrong right now.
gun,
But, like-
bullet.
So,
Yeah, I think-
Michael,
He might
then,
kill
who's
Zach.
your
I think we
projected
need to
three
just
fascists?
see what happens.
Michael,
I
then-
think we need to see who Edison
hold on,
kills
Mike,
before
Yeah,
who
we
is-
no,
can.
let's see who
See-
Edison kills.
hold on,
Yeah,
Michael,
Edison, kill
who is your
somebody.
Because even
projected
if I,
three
I assumed
fascists?
Sam, I
I
didn't
think
give him a
it's
choice because I
Edison,
couldn't.
and I'm not sure about the third yet. I think it's you and Edison right now, though.
You're
Edison
saying
wanted
that
to
to the
kill
person
liberal.
who can kill somebody right now.
Yeah, that's gonna prove a lot depending on who he kills.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's
If
going to prove a lot depending on who he kills.
Yeah.
And so I want to see who he kills before we move forward.
The only reason I wouldn't choose Sam is because they have been confirmed to not be them, and also they were just given not a choice.
So yeah,
there's
Sam's
not
confirmed
really
not Hitler.
much
I mean, you have to
information
go
to actually
for
get out of that.
Hitler shot, right?
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry.
He
Okay.
killed Zach.
Kill Zach. All right.
I'm not
There's
Hitler.
no
Zach-
reason to distrust
No.
Zach. I understand.
I just
Zach
haven't
was
heard
against
any
you.
Okay.
information about it.
Ethan
really.
Zach was against
Up
you,
until
but he
now.
was liberal.
Ethan Edison Sam? Do you think it's Ethan Edison Sam? I
I
think
think it
it's
could
Ethan
be
Edison
Ethan
Sam.
Edison Sam.
There's no
I
way.
think so. I think
It-
so.
No,
It
so
might
then-
be Caden.
Why?
Oh, fuck.
So-
Why?
It could be.
It would be interesting that it would be Caden though, because he passed 2 liberal policies.
Yeah, but so,
So
did.
did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a
here's the
tough one.
thing.
What the hell?
Ethan and can we all agree that what Edison just did was very fascist? Like, can we all be on board with that?
I don't like
I don't know.
it.
I don't know who I would have killed.
I probably would
Because
have
I
killed Ethan.
I would have been.
I would've killed
I would have been a
Michael.
less sketchy target. Zach, he was the next president. He could have closed out the gate. Wait. Who's the president after Zach?
I am.
It's Caden.
It'll be
Caden.
Caden.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm going.
What?
No.
No.
Caden, I don't
Oh,
distrust you right
fuck.
now, but I'm going to
Thank
say
you.
what I
No,
think
this
the liberals
100%
should be
means
doing.
Yeah, say
It's
it. Say it to
Michael
my
I
face.
think
Caden
the liberals
Max.
should be giving me chancellor here.
It's gotta
And
be
I
Michael
think
Caden
the
Max.
liberals
then.
should be voting yes.
How about what if we did this, Michael? What if we failed Caden? You were president. We elect Caden as chancellor.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know about that, man. I'm worried about that
I
because, like, I don't know who Hitler is.
Then
yeah, I don't either.
problem
It's
is-
not me.
There's
keep-
3
keep in
cards
mind
left,
presidency
probably
would
with a
then
liberal
move
in
to
it.
Edison.
The president would throw one of those out.
Okay, so all we need is a liberal government. I suppose Michael's
do.
right.
Yeah, I think
It's
At this point, I think I
Caden should be
trust
giving
Sam.
it to
I
me.
Michael
trust
enough.
you now because I think it's Caden Michael's Max.
I think
Me?
I trust Michael enough.
I think Caden's
To
been
give
playing
him
him.
chancellor.
That's why Max is trying to get Michael to do presidency so he can elect chancellor.
No, I want to
Caden
elect
Hitler.
Michael as chancellor at this point.
I should be chancellor. Like, that's
Yes,
just the right
I-
play.
What
I
the
agree with
hell?
Michael.
Oh fuck!
Dude,
I
I,
like
don't
that.
know.
No,
I'm
I
not
like
sure
that.
about that.
I would be comfortable with that,
understand
or
Caden.
I would be comfortable with Caden being chancellor, Michael being president. But I want both of them in
I'm
the
very
government.
uncomfortable with that. Either Caden or Sam is liberal here. What's the count right now? It's 3v3.
So you think it's either Caden or me, but not both of us?
Yeah, I think it's either Caden or you, but not both of you.
What
I think
the
I'd
the
agree
other
with
two
that.
are almost definitely Ethan and Edison. I think they're the worst people to have in government right now.
Well, if Zach was liberal, then there should be 3. Ooh.
Zach is almost definitely liberal. Like, I'm positive Zach was
No, I think I'm with you, Michael, on the count. I think Caden or Sam.
I can't be elected though, right? Because I'm previous government.
Right.
Right.
I don't think they have any plans. to
Okay,
elect
so
you,
then
Sam, 'cause
I think
they're in
that's why I'm
cahoots.
comfortable with Caden being president and Michael being chancellor.
Is there a reason you
I
don't want to
don't-
be chancellor, Max? Besides advocating for yourself?
I don't think people's opinions are too strong with me.
I wouldn't vote
don't
for
think.
Max.
think
I'm
you're
not
right.
gonna vote. I'm not gonna vote for.
Holy!
Caden.
Are you guys getting that?
Michael
Oh
or
my
Max.
god! Damn, Zach.
Oh, Zach. Oh, chill out.
Oh my god!
Oh,
the boy's
oh
gonna
no!
do it.
Oh no!
If only he wasn't muted, we'd hear bongo drums.
The right play for you, if you're liberal, is to give it to me. If you're fascist,
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying
really
to find a
manipulative,
way
and
to
I-
not
I'm
give
not
it to me.
voting for a Michael play. I'm not voting for a Caden play. I'm not voting for a Max play because I don't. I
Who-
think you guys are.
Oh
all
my
three in
god,
cahoots.
Ethan is such a fascist.
No,
oh
you
my
three
god.
are in cahoots.
No. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm
Ethan,
so
I don't
confident
trust
I know what's going on.
Michael
here.
and Max right now. I'm saying that.
So then maybe
But I don't
Caden is
know
the
if I
fascist.
Trust
it's
Like
Sam.
Caden,
Caden
I know I don't
So-
trust you.
Mm-mm.
I think you're
Edison.
Hitler, Caden.
me.
So let's
No,
back this-
dude,
let's
I-
go over events. Let's go over events here. So that whole last series of events was because Ethan gave the presidency to Edison, and he
Mhm.
killed Zach because of it. Like
did.
the game could have been shut out. So a fascist would have had to make sure the game wasn't shut out by giving it to a fascist player. That's why Edison's one of the fascists. He killed Zach because Zach was liberal. Edison knew Zach was liberal. Like
I
that's
trust
what
Michael
happened.
so hard right now.
You do?
He's spitting.
Is that
truth,
because you're
dude.
fascist
Kaden,
together?
No.
Or is
The
it
only
because-
reason you wouldn't be going
I-
along with this play is if you're fascist.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with Michael
Dude,
100% on
seriously,
that.
Wait,
that
but I don't
sounds
go.
so.
Obviously, this will just like alienate me, but I don't agree with it, so that makes me the
No,
fascist,
Sam,
right?
I'm on the same page where I don't agree with Caden, Max, Michael. That's
Dude,
where
I
I'm
don't think-
standing right now.
I don't think Michael should be chancellor. The
So
only
would you-
people I trust as chancellor is me because me, and Sam because he's confirmed not Hitler.
Okay, he's not advocating for Ethan, which is nice and
I
refreshing.
don't,
No one
I don't know about Ethan. No.
I certainly hope you're not going to advocate for Ethan.
Okay, so we need to find a solution here.
I think Caden's
There's
Hitler, so
a
I
way
definitely do
Is
not
it-
want.
You
Caden
better not say
Chancellor.
final solution. You better not say final
I'm
solution.
not. I'm trying to find the way forward here. Because
Ethan
we're a
thinks
little bit
Caden
deadlocked.
is Hitler.
Yeah, so I do not want Caden as chancellor. I'm voting down 100%. I don't want any of them in government, but I will vote down Caden chancellor 100%.
That makes me not trust Ethan. Because
So,
if
I
he,
do not trust
he would
Ethan.
know.
Ethan, why do you not trust
Okay,
Caden?
Max.
Because I
Max,
think it's
my problem
Caden,
with
Michael, and Max. Because now they're all trusting each other. I think Max and Michael are playing like a.
never said I
They were
trusted them.
playing like no. What I'm saying is Max and Michael are now very close. When they were playing against each other for the entire game, then suddenly at the end of the game, they're pushing together to get Caden and Michael elected.
I
Max
would
is pretty
say-
indecisive, though.
So you know how I said I was always right? At the very beginning, I said that I'd be vindicated. Did I not?
Well, yeah, but maybe you just
Yeah.
agree with Max
No.
like later and did all
Matt,
that.
I know.
I've only
that
been
I
vindicated
don't.
in
I don't
Max's
want
eyes.
Caden as chancellor.
You said you'd be vindicated, but none of that came from Ethan like doing anything.
Ethan
was a
is definitely
separate series of
fascist. That
events.
whole line of Ethan giving it to Edison is so indicative that Ethan was fascist that he had to keep the game away from the liberals' hands.
Mhm.
Like
We agreed on that together.
Yeah, everybody agreed with it though. It's not like he just forced it and said 3, 2, 1, yes, go.
the fascists never just rush things. They always get people on board. The game was
Like
so
right now.
close to getting shut out, right? Like the
Well,
game was really close.
Sam's
You're right.
starting to
Those are-
argue really hard, and I'm starting to think he's
Yeah.
the other fascist.
I'm,
I think it's Sam, Ethan, and
Oh my
Edison.
god.
I don't
I
know.
do. I'm arguing against you because you're
I
saying
wish-
this is the only thing that'll work, and everybody
I-
else is like
Yes,
wrong.
because there is a single path forward, most likely. Because it's 3v3 right now, we have to be very, very careful with how
When
we
you
go.
say-
I could
when you
propose
say
a
single
shitty
path-
idea to you, Sam. There's multiple paths forward, but some of them are worse. One path would be electing me as chancellor, and I know you wouldn't like that because
I don't like
of
that.
many reasons, probably. But that's another path forward. I think this is the safest path forward.
I fucking.
I
wish
I
that was
honestly
still alive
might
right
like
now.
you being chancellor more just because you didn't advocate for yourself and no one else has advocated for you
Okay.
being chancellor.
I'm
Okay.
entirely comfortable making
I'm
me.
starting to see something.
I-
Because why did Edison kill Zach?
Exactly.
That's what I've been asking.
That's the thing,
And
Caden.
then Ethan elected Edison.
Edison, why did you kill
Caden
Zach?
didn't,
Wait,
but-
wait,
I
Caden,
did
are
because
you on
from what
board?
I've heard, there was no information really about them. So from what I heard
Possible
from
Hitler.
other people, there was at least a little bit about most, if not everyone else, from that point.
That's why I
Wait, do
think
tie
Caden's
votes
Hitler.
fail at this point?
Tie votes fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there enough to tie?
It's 3v3.
Yeah, I'm confident that we're tied 3 fascists,
yeah.
3
So
liberals
I'm-
at
the
this
problem,
point.
the problem here is why I think there's very few ways forward, is because if the president is fascist, they get a bullet and then they take numbers, and then the game's
Mhm.
over. Like
Yes.
we have to have both liberals in government. So if I think there's a fascist in the government, I'm not voting yes. And I think we need to come up with a way where where 4 of us agree that the 2 people in government are liberal. That's the path forward.
Who should I elect chancellor then?
I am comfortable if you elect Michael Chancellor or Max Chancellor. I am uncomfortable if you elect anybody else Chancellor.
Sam, what do you think? What do you think about electing Max?
I don't have strong feelings about anybody. I don't really want to elect Ethan or Michael.
Yeah.
I trust you to some degree, but I don't really know. Matt, sorry,
So,
No, I
Max.
thought you meant trust me to make a decision.
Oh,
Decision.
Max, I don't have any real basis on besides that he totally switched sides, and that makes me uncomfortable.
he
I
switched
learned-
sides because he
I-
understands
yeah.
my point now.
I understand what
I
he's going
understand
for.
his point.
Like,
Even if they
he-
are fascists, it's only 50-50.
We took different roads, Sam, but me and Michael ended up on the same page.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna elect Max as chancellor.
That was poetic.
I'm not
Okay, wait,
voting for that.
Can we talk about this a little bit? So we've gotten to the point where we figured out who Caden is giving chancellorship to, but can we have Caden in government?
I don't
That is
think
a
so.
very. Ethan
So
doesn't
he-
think so.
In this last deck, assuming
Michael, Ethan
That's
doesn't
a loud
think so.
fascist kind of thing. I
it's
don't know, man. I don't know.
so it's possible that these last three are still fascist because Edison said he wasn't given a choice, and there was probably one left, right?
And there's 3
So-
cards left. which
Oh,
is-
so
shit,
it could
yeah.
mean
Oh,
that regardless, there's only 3 fascists left
That's
if
why I
Edison
don't
lied.
want,
calling on
I don't want
me.
Kaden with the
Yeah,
bullets.
so then
I think he's
Caden, Caden, if you got a bullet,
Bye.
who would you shoot?
Who left?
Oh,
Not me.
Zach.
probably Ethan because he accused me of being Hitler.
I would be fine if Caden shoots Ethan. I would feel
100%
comfortable with that.
think Caden is Hitler.
I'd be
I
comfortable
don't want
with
Caden
Caden
having a
dying.
bullet.
Yeah. So at this point, I think I'm comfortable moving forward with this government.
Okay,
I'm
I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
a countdown.
I'm worried about Caden. Wait,
I don't
I'm
know.
not worried
I know
about
that
Caden.
I have no control here right now. Caden's the one who can push it. But
He's going to shoot Ethan. Unless he doesn't, in which
Michael,
case,
I'm-
shit, man.
Like,
I don't know if Ethan's the best choice.
You're right.
Sam,
okay,
shut up.
well, we'll get that
What the
bridge if
fuck?
we don't win.
We'll
right
burn
here,
that bridge
okay?
when we get there, right?
No.
If
Why
we
don't
get
we
there.
agree on it now?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We can talk about it now.
Caden doesn't have to
What the
shoot. if you
fuck?
agree. Fucking.
I was
You can
hoping
hit
we
here.
could just win. I was hoping we
Sam,
could just win the game right now.
Max and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max
we
and
could just
Michael
win the
just
game.
totally tried to like shut you out.
Yeah, I know.
That was what Michael was
Yeah.
talking about this beginning of the game with Max was like, "Shut up, Sam," and then
You're
Michael was
right.
like, "Okay, let's just
Yeah.
go." Like,
Okay.
do you not see how they
I
just
was-
switch sides like
No, no,
that?
no.
Yeah.
I
I was in the wrong
understand that
there.
it's
I was in the wrong there. I was
poopy
just
butthole,
getting
but
a little bit frustrated with the game. I was
Fucking same
hoping the
shit,
government
man.
was right. I was hoping that the liberal would just go. I was hoping it would just be done with it.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Sam. I really do apologize for that. Like I
Well
wasn't
played.
wrong
You're
there.
being played.
this.
Okay, well, let's
What I want to say is that now I don't trust anyone.
Okay.
see.
Thank
Fuck
you.
has made it worse.
Yeah.
Dude, we need 4.
Because I don't trust Max or Ethan because that was real poopy butthole of you guys.
That was.
And that
was-
doesn't
that's
like
why-
as much as I want to, that doesn't make me want to side with Ethan just because he was like, don't you see what they're doing there? Because obviously that could just be him using his ethos to pander.
So I think we need to slow down a little bit because we
Okay.
need 4.
We're pretty slow.
Slow down.
4.
So Sam, what
Mm-hmm.
exactly are you uncomfortable with what's going on right now?
I feel like you switched to Michael's side at the blink of an eye. I'm uncomfortable with Ethan just because he seems like he's been alone the entire game, which isn't necessarily bad, but like I don't know.
So,
Whack
Sam.
feelings. I kind of like Caden just because he's been involved with liberal policies, but
And I like.
that's about it.
Sam, just the fact that I switched, you know,
Mhm.
that's making you uncomfortable, regardless of the reasons why I switched.
Me and
Well, I
Max
understand that you like are with Michael on this now. I wasn't completely following Michael, which is probably not the
I
best.
think that's part
But
of it because
You
me
want
and
me to-
Michael's reasoning yeah, I feel like they're very similar, and that's why I have such a large amount of trust in him.
Sam,
do you want
That's
me to
why I switched
explain
sides.
how I got
Doing
where
okay,
I'm at
Edison?
right now, Sam?
he's trying to flip the
like-
table if anyone hasn't seen.
Sam,
Yeah.
do you want me to explain like where I'm standing right now?
Sure, but before you start, please someone yell if they believe Michael changed his views now than what he said earlier. Continue.
Cool. So at the very beginning of the game, at the very beginning of the game, it was me and Ethan. I think one of the first governments. I think it was the first
It
government.
was the first government, yeah.
I gave him a choice, and he fought me on that.
Yeah.
I said that the count would line up with what I was saying. The count lined up with what I was saying. Now that's not
Yeah, but there's-
completely proof. That's not complete. I know
Yeah,
that's not completely
finish.
proof, but
Yeah,
that's
wait it
indicative.
out.
It's indicative. So
That's okay.
going forward, let's see. I think the most relevant plays was the chain of Ethan being president. So I said that there was no way a fascist would be. I said there's no way a liberal would be passed with the government after Ethan's, because I was very confident that Ethan was fascist. A
Mhm.
fascist was played during that government. I was right there. I said that Edison would either kill Max, me, or Zach. I was very, very clear about who I thought he was going to kill,
Yeah.
because I thought he was going to kill someone who was liberal. He killed Zach. I was like spot on about that. Like he had to kill someone who was liberal. At that point, like that's when I swung Max over to my side.
Mhm.
Because I was right repeatedly.
Yeah, it was before that when he made the claim about who Edison would kill. That claim came true, and then I went back and rethought about the count earlier because I knew Ethan and Michael were on different teams. And then with this evidence, I was much more likely to believe Michael.
So last game, we treated Ethan as a confirmed liberal after he was in that spat at the beginning, because like we just trusted Ethan, right? The reason why there was so much distrust in me at the beginning was because I was in a spat with Ethan. Like that's just bias right there. That's entire bias of the table. Like
Dude,
there was
we've
no
been
reason to
stuck
not
here
treat
for a while.
like
I'm
I
trying
have
so
a
hard
point
to
after
move
this
forward.
I'd like to make.
It
too.
was
I
very-
I want to
I would-
respond.
How many are
Yeah,
gonna
Sam,
respond?
Sam's got the talking stick after
Yeah.
Michael.
Okay,
I'm
like
afterwards.
Then
I
Ethan.
think I've made
Then
the
Ethan.
points that are relevant here. Like I could keep talking, but I don't think it'd be useful. So I'm just going to
Usually.
pass. Like that's where I'm standing right now.
So, first thing, I believe you and Ethan are on different teams because you haven't collaborated on anything else and agreed on anybody. So that's out of the way. I think with the card count, that means absolutely nothing because so much stuff has happened after that. You were the very first play. So saying that that fascist play later was indicative because of what you said at the beginning was totally like anything could have happened between that, and it wouldn't.
I
have been
want to
anything.
respond to that point specifically later on
Okay.
after you're done.
What else was I gonna say?
Allowance.
With Edison killing somebody, I think he killed everybody who he was aiming at anybody who hadn't like done anything. Like they hadn't
Why
played
would that
they-
be his play?
because like if he didn't choose Cade and I specifically because we were both involved in a few plays of liberal policies or just policies in general. So he wanted to go with someone who he has nothing on to just like hopefully get Hitler in a random shot in the dark.
Zach was acting very logical. Like he was on the opposite side of me, but he was acting very logical about his approach. Like I trusted Zach a lot. He wasn't doing nothing. He was very active.
I don't
I
feel
think
like he
that's what
was.
got Zach killed.
Wait, okay, hold on here. What if this is just a way aside? What
Alright.
if Zach was fascist and Max and Michael are the only two left and they're vouching?
For each other.
They're
Yeah.
trying to.
That's
okay,
possible.
No, listen to me. All right. This is where my point comes in. All right. This
Ethan
is
has
what I
a
was
talking
going to
stick.
say.
No.
All right.
Sorry, Max. I
When-
just
When Zach asked Michael, when Michael was going, when you had presidency, Kanan, Zach asked Michael, who do you vouch for? Michael said himself, not Max.
Yes.
But now the
did
the
not say
tables have turned. Yeah, you vouched for yourself because everyone was like, "Oh, are you sure you want to vouch for yourself? No one at the table, and you vouched just for yourself." Then, once Kane had the presidency and he was sketchy of yourself, you then switch, and now it's okay. Max, Kane is comfortable with Max, and then Max comes to your side at that same timing. That timing is crazy. How does that
I
just
believe-
happen?
No, I believe the switching happened before that. Well before that. I believe
No,
Michael's
no,
trust was
you-
vested in
You
me.
definitely switched
Max,
after the gunshot.
I didn't necessarily. Okay, no. That's not quite honest because there was one point where I thought Max was adding too much chaos to the table, and that I thought he was fascist because of that. I was not trusting Max at that point. It's his actions after that that made me trust him more because he was starting to take more steps back into like actually benefit
And
the table.
agreeing
He was,
with you.
yeah, he was agreeing with me. That is what adds trust for me in Max.
I don't know.
The reason why I was vouching for me, because I thought I had a strong case to build for me, because I was right repeatedly. I still haven't called something wrong this game. Like, I've been right the whole game. Like, that's gotta count for something, right? Like, so, going back to Sam's point about how indicative the count is of trustworthiness, I think that depends on how many liberals are actually played. I think the more liberals that are played in a string, the more you can trust someone's count, right? Because the things that throw off the count are also the things that get more fascist cards played.
Not
Now,
necessarily. Because if we think Edison is a fascist, then he would have discarded a liberal, or a fascist, I mean, sorry, when he could have forced fascist upon me just so he could get himself proved as liberal.
yeah, but I'm saying what throws off the count. So I don't think.
But-
Well, okay, can you explain a little bit more because I don't think I understand your point.
Like, you're saying that if someone lies about what they played or gave someone or whatever,
Mhm.
that would lead to a fascist play, which
Usually.
I would say for the most part, yes, is true. But if Edison or someone else gave someone else a choice between a liberal and a fascist versus just forcing them fascist, that would have passed a liberal. But at the same time, it's a fascist play because it technically like gives them trust or whatever.
Look, so I'm real. Okay, so that goes. So I'm only talking about how indicative something is because we really can't talk concrete terms here, right? Because there's very little things that definitively prove things in Secret Hitler. But
Correct.
we can talk about why we should believe one way over the other, and that's kind of the point I'm talking about here. I'm not saying that the count is completely concrete evidence, but I
Mhm.
think that the evidence is on my side here.
And partially for me, I believe that the idea of the count itself, yeah, of course, doesn't really hold up. But that paired with the actions of Ethan, Edison, and the killing of Zach, they sort of, they help each other a little bit.
I do want to say that when you said the killing of Zach, it sounded like some major historical event.
Yeah,
I
that sounded
like
fun.
Yeah,
It's kind of the
Right.
biggest.
was that not a pivotal point
Real-
in this game?
real
It's the
quick.
biggest
No, it
moment of the
was,
game.
but I'm
It
saying,
completely
like-
changed the layout of the table.
Real
Yeah,
quick,
I'm
I just
saying,
want to
like-
throw in my point here. From what I've been listening into from the start, since the killing, all right, that was the pivotal point. Since that killing, I'm agreeing, Kane, you brought this point up before, and it really got me started thinking about it, where because after the killing happened, Max and Sam got really close, and then they started banding together, and then started calling for, oh, we need majority votes. We need majority votes because they know they're down in numbers. This is my theory. Okay, I'm theory crafting this. They know they're down in numbers, so if they can get a majority vote, that way they can swing numbers back into their hands. So what they're doing right now is pushing Max into a chancellor position to pass a fascist card, and then they're hoping that Caden, you kill me, Edison, or Sam to get
Ethan.
numbers back
So
balanced.
wait, Ethan, you
Ethan.
think I'm in cahoots with Max, correct?
You said Sam, he meant
I-
Michael. Ethan, my
I
question
think
to you
Michael,
is,
Max, and Zach were the three fascists.
what exactly does not make sense about my, changing of my opinions based upon the count plus the killing of Zach? What about that does not make sense to you?
I'm saying it was just a convenient time to switch. I'm
And
because,
just because it's convenient,
no,
but there's
because,
no like.
because of
But
I went
why
against
would it-
Michael, and I know from my perspective Michael's on the other side. So for you to switch to his side, in my perspective, that makes you bad.
Yes, but what about the actual reasoning behind my actions? Do you agree with that, or do you inherently disagree with either of those parts?
So the reasoning for trusting Michael,
The reasoning as to why I have the views that I have, aside from Michael, me as one person, the views that I have, being the count and being the killing of Zach.
No, because in
Either
my
of
point of
those-
view, the killing of Zach was
Okay.
negative
Yes,
to you.
but think about it from my point of view.
Can
But I can't do that. You see, that's why I can't
Can
trust
I-
you because you're on the other
can
side.
I
And
have
I
the
know
floor?
my
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, Michael.
So we are not having a productive conversation right now. So let's talk about what actually.
Why do you say that, huh?
The government at hand is Caden and Max. We're trying to figure out if 4 people are voting for this or not. Like that's all. Like,
That will be nay.
and
I
we're
don't
trying
know
to
if
figure
I'm
out
voting for this.
why we should vote yes or against it. That's all that matters right now.
Okay, say we fail this vote, what do we do? Then Michael gets the presidency. Who does he elect? Max?
So Max is the person I trust the most right now.
He
But like, if
could he
there
elect
is
Caden?
someone else, if there's someone else who's a better direction forward that like helps secure the liberal victory more, I'm willing to give it that way.
Who would it be? Would that be Max?
That I believe that would
It's
be
the only
Max or
option,
Caden.
Max.
I want to talk to. So I think Max is on board for, but me and Max are on the same side right now, so I think that's pretty clear. I'm willing to give it to either Sam, Caden, or Max here. I think that Caden and Sam are riskier than Max because I think that one of you two might be fascist still, but I'm still like, if it's the way forward, it's the way forward. Like,
I'll say this. The only person I have any sort of trust in is Caden because he seems like he's the only person who's willing to switch sides.
okay, so
Yeah,
So
and like
then
Sam's
would
in
you
the
be
same spot, and he
comfortable-
was passing all these liberal.
Sam, would you be comfortable failing this? Michael is president, and then we elect Caden as chancellor.
I would pass that.
you'd pass that,
because-
Sam, would you?
I want to hear Ethan. What do you say to that?
I mean, it's.
It's
I
risky having
trust-
Michael
I trust
be president because
Canon, I guess, more as chancellor than I do Max right now. But I don't trust Michael in power necessarily, so I'd vote no for the government, of course.
Part of me wants a person.
Hold on, is veto power unlocked at the moment?
No.
Not yet.
No,
next
it's not.
one.
Next fascist policy, it will be.
So part of this is like, let's say Caden is elected president, Max is chancellor. Then, if Max is Hitler, then obviously that's a shitter. But if he's not, then Caden has a bullet. If fascist is passed. Where was I going with this?
I'm just worried about Max being Hitler.
That's.
I think there's a
don't
high
trust
probability
Max.
of these last 3 being fascist.
That is another solid point.
So there's a chance it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Partially, but that
I
means
think-
whoever's president gets a bullet.
Realistically, I think we just have to move forward to gain more information. It's just which way would you guys like to move forward?
I
I-
trust me as chancellor, but I don't trust Michael as president as of now.
I think
Then who
the
do
way
you
we're
trust in
talking
the
about it,
government,
it might
Caden?
not matter who the president. Like,
Who do you trust in the government, Caden?
I'm trying to.
if it helps, I don't trust you either. Like,
No,
I'm just trying to.
that's not helping your case,
Dude.
bud.
No, no. I'm being completely honest with you. I don't trust you right now. Like,
The
I'm
only
not trying
person
to
I
build a
trust is Sam.
'Cause he's
I
The
don't
most
trust
trust
Hitler.
is Sam.
The only person I completely
because he's
trust
not
right
Hitler
now is
and-
myself, and then Max is a second. I'm trying to figure out how we can get a functioning government together.
Okay. You trust
Because
Max,
there's
but
three
Max
sides.
hasn't
There's three
done
sides.
anything trustworthy. He just joined your side.
It's his actions that make me trust him. I understand that actions are not always why you should trust someone, but it was his actions and how he's been playing the table that makes me trust him. Look, your other options to go with Edison and Ethan, is that really the way you want to go? We're not going to get to 100% trust with anyone here, Sam. I don't 100% trust you and Kate. I think one of you's probably fascist.
No, I understand that. But
I'm not trying to like build my own case here. I'm trying to find a compromise that gives liberals the best chance of winning.
I'm just saying from an outside point of view, really the only reason you are trusting Max is because he joined your side and is agreeing.
And
with
the
what
only
you said.
reason you're trusting Caden is through his actions too. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
you're
no,
really
because
fixated
he's
on
passed a
this.
few liberals and he's been like open to both sides. That's why I
Yeah.
trust him. I don't trust Ethan because he's sticking to that one side. I don't trust Edison because I don't know what he's up to.
Sam, you say I'm just sticking to my own
Okay,
side. I'm
Sam.
not. I'm trying to bridge the gap here.
Sam.
I'm reaching out to you right now, Sam.
Sam,
Grab
would
my
you feel
fucking hand.
more comfortable with a Michael government than an Ethan government? Would you feel more comfortable having Ethan being part of the government?
No, I'm not productive at all, and I don't want either parties in
So,
government.
okay.
The only
Then
people
how
I
do
want
we
in
move
government
forward?
is Caden and I.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen, right?
So that's
Because
making
me
I
and
it
un-
Max will-
no, I understand that, and also because that was previous government, so I can't even
Okay,
be.
so
in
Sam,
it.
I'm trying. Like, what I'm saying is that the only compromise is one person from, my camp, me and Max, one
Mhm.
person from your camp, you and Caden. Like, there's not two sides here. There's three. I'm trying. Like,
I understand there's
not
three
two
sides.
here.
I understand there's three sides. I'm saying Ethan is one side, Caden and I are in the middle, and you and Max are on the other.
Sam,
the
then
best
how
way,
would you like to move forward? What is
I don't
your
want to.
proposition?
I want to
Okay,
scream and I
can
want to
I
end the
pitch
game.
I want to
We
quit.
have
this
to do
game.
something.
I understand.
the pitch is one of us, one of you. I think it would be me and Caden. Like, I don't like it either, Sam. If I could just give it to Max, I would. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen though. Like, I can't just give it to Max. No one would vote for that. We need we need faith here, and it's not. I understand your hating it because I hate it too. I don't want to give it to one of you two. I don't want either of you in government. I want me and Max in government.
You're so.
I love
Anybody
the way.
remember the last time Michael talked this much in Secret Hitler?
No, it was different, man. It hit different.
Because I think this, like, look, if you're not on board, you're not going to be on board. But, like, this is the only way we can operate is this.
Okay,
Like,
let's come up with a
If you
game
don't go with
plan.
me and Max, you go with Caden and Edison.
That's what he's been doing, Caden.
Caden,
No, but
who
let's-
who do you
Caden with
who do you
contributions
want?
to the team.
Who do you
To be-
want as chancellor?
Yeah, let Caden choose.
Wait, can I still choose a chancellor?
I don't
think
know.
you've already
That's
given it to Max.
I
think
gave it
that's
to
what started
Max.
This discussion.
But Caden, who would you be comfortable with being chancellor
Besides Sam?
besides
Yes.
him?
Shit. No one.
This whole order.
You're not
of,
gonna get
like,
that. There's no
me.
possible way for you to get that. You have to make a
Ethan,
decision.
who would you elect as chancellor if you could choose? Like obviously not yourself,
Yeah.
but
Look,
I'm saying
okay.
that I don't trust. I'm saying I'm sticking by my three theory where it was Michael, Sam, and Zach.
Whoa.
Michael,
You were
Sam,
saying
Zach.
Max
Zach.
before.
Oh
Come on.
yeah, no, not Sam. Max. Michael, Max.
I think
Zach.
this
fact
Michael,
is
Max,
following
Zach.
a
I
consensus.
misspoke.
Okay. So I understand that you don't want me or Max to be in government.
That's just.
So I
yeah.
think it's safer for one of us to be president. That's the compromise I'm willing to make. Like, I'm willing to give one of you two chancellorship if this moves the government forward. Like,
Did Sam
because
just message Ethan privately?
I didn't get. a
no,
message.
I
No, it
put
was in the-
deadpan pig in the global chat.
look,
In the global or?
In,
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Global?
Sam
No,
and
it was
Caden,
global.
you
Oh, no,
agree
it's game.
with
Okay.
like letting one of you guys be chancellor, one of us be president.
It's just you can throw out a liberal. You could just toss it out.
One of
and
you
pass
could
it
be
fascist.
Hitler.
Okay, here's
You
my
can
ultimate.
Probably
You have a
Hitler
bullet.
From what I think is gonna happen.
Here's where I'm
Sam's
at.
not
I will
Hitler.
vote. I will vote yes to Max being chancellor because there's nothing else that's going to get us anywhere.
No. I,
What
I-
else-
I
what else are we
agree
gonna do?
more- I agree with more with Michael's
So,
plan of
okay.
having the neutral party as chancellor
Ethan,
than
you're-
Max's party as chancellor. I don't want Max's party in
Your vote
chancellor.
doesn't
I
matter
think
right
they're
now.
the
Your vote
the
doesn't matter.
no.
You're
So
not
you-
part of this
Listen, I would
coalition.
rather
But
have
they'll have a
you
bullet,
or
Ethan.
Caden, Sam. I would rather have you or Caden be chancellor.
No,
And then
Caden,
have-
would you rather trust me with a bullet or Caden with a bullet?
I don't want no.
Ethan.
I don't want you in power, but I'm saying a
Would you
bullet
rather-
is not
okay.
as bad as Hitler being elected.
I think I agree with Ethan. I'd rather fail this vote,
Yeah.
have the presidency go to Mike, and then Mike choose. I would say Caden.
That's
I am
like that's
comfortable
the
with
way
that.
to move the government
I am
forward. I
comfortable
don't
with
have a
that.
choice,
I'm
but
okay
that's
with
the
that.
way I have to
At this
vote.
point, it's a
That's
solution.
something I
the way I have
proposed
to vote.
earlier, and I'm still
Yeah.
very
Okay.
comfortable with that.
I think
Okay,
it's the
let's
right
fail
play.
this vote. 3, 2, 1,
Well, I'm not in
vote.
the game.
You're right. Okay,
So, like,
that failed.
I'm hoping that you guys are seeing that I'm trying to advocate for how the Liberals can close out the game right now. Like, that's what I'm hoping that Sam and Caden sees right now.
Michael,
Yeah.
can you call the vote?
I'm giving the chancellorship to Caden officially.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Are you Hitler?
No.
Okay.
Oh, thank fucking
Thank
God.
Let me double check, but no, I'm not.
I was.
Dude.
That would be
I-
nuts.
I
That would
always
be
have to
absolutely
double
crazy
check.
if Caden was Hitler.
After every
Would
single
never
time.
Who took
expected
my
that.
fucking?
Where's-
Who took my
I
party
thought.
membership?
Sorry, that was me. I thought it was
Jesus,
the not Hitler card. I didn't look at it. I promise.
Jesus Christ.
You just put it in your.
Where did that go?
You just put it in your.
Okay,
Envelope.
that scared the shit out of me. I thought it was gonna fall from the table
And
and
just like
go.
show up on the that'd be
God
fucked.
damn it, dude. The count was off.
Michael has a bullet.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, it was
Yeah,
high
we
likelihood.
did. Yeah, we
Okay,
did
so I
confirm
know
that.
the.
Michael,
so
what'd you
he's
get?
confirmed. I got 3.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
What's veto power?
Nothing. What's the veto power with you?
What's veto power?
If you draw 3 fascists or get handed 2 fascists, you can say no if you're a liberal.
Oh, okay.
Fucking.
Hold on. So hypothetically here, if there were 3 fascists, and if Michael Caden,
Is it cheating if I have notes right now?
if Michael Caden Max are the
No.
fascists
Am I
and they
drawing
kill
things?
a liberal,
No.
do they just win?
Why?
Well,
Because it's
why?
power, it's numbers.
If there's still 3 fascists remaining.
So in my
And assuming Zach was a liberal.
so if I'm saying right now, if Caden, Michael, and Max were fascists and they kill me, Sam, or Edison as the liberals, would they just win the game?
Yes, but that's
Okay.
not what's happening.
So then Michael kills Sam.
Why would
no,
Michael kill Sam?
don't kill Sam.
No, don't
Michael.
Wait a
Sam.
minute.
Michael.
No, don't kill,
Kill
Sam.
Sam.
No,
Killing Sam. I killed
don't.
Sam.
Why'd you kill Sam? Oh,
Fascists
fuck.
win!
No,
Well,
god damn
not
it, Mike.
officially yet. Not officially.
Okay, not officially.
God damn it,
You're right.
Michael.
Not
God damn it,
officially.
You
dude.
had me, dude. You had me, dude.
Not officially, but
That was wild.
So okay. So the
God.
next president is Edison.
next
Oh,
president is
that
Edison.
sucks.
Edison, who are you giving chancellorship to?
I mean, well,
You can't give it to
you just
me.
killed
You
Sam.
can't give it to
I
you.
did
Weren't
You
you just
can't.
Michael's
Ethan's
Hitler.
Hitler.
Yeah,
One of
you
them's
can't give it to
Hitler.
Michael. Unfortunately, even though he is
You can
Hitler,
give it to Max.
you can give it to
Give it to
Ethan
Max.
as
Give
your
it to
other
Max.
fascist buddy.
Give
Give
it
it
to
to
Max.
Max.
Yeah, give it to
Yeah, I
Max.
could.
Give it to Max, Edison.
Maybe we'll give it to Max.
Give it to Max.
Edison,
Give it to
let's just win the game. I don't want to drag this game
At
out
this
any
point,
longer.
Yeah.
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 That's fair enough.
All right, let's pass this, boys.
3,
3, 2, 1.
Hey.
Oh, it might
Oh
doesn't
wow,
matter. What am I
numbers.
doing?
Look at that.
What a crazy. All right, draw
Damn.
3 of those cards there, Edison.
Okay.
Man.
Which ones?
That's
oh,
a strong
wait.
strategy.
I'm not even
to
gonna
get
fucking
Michael
look
and
at it. I
Ethan
don't
to
give a
go
hell.
opposite
Let me
on
shuffle these
opposite
for you here,
sides.
Edison.
Fuck you
Don't
guys.
worry.
Fuck you guys.
All right,
Fuck
go ahead.
you.
Now you can draw the
Fuck
3.
you,
You can
Ethan.
draw,
Fuck you.
draw
I
the 3,
need to
Edison.
go to
both.
bed. I have work
Okay.
tomorrow.
Go ahead and draw
So
those
sick
3
and
cards.
sick of your shit.
I do want to talk about some of the things that
I,
happened.
I want
fucking
to talk about
mug
it.
I am
motherfucker.
going
I want to talk. Oh, what a coincidence! They're both
Oh.
fascist cards.
Damn, Michael, you really did it.
Really?
Yeah,
That was
I-
such good
Max,
play, Michael.
come on,
Thank
Max.
What?
Max, I do
trusted
apologize.
Michael
you.
wholeheartedly.
You fell
I
right
called
into that
Michael
one,
well,
Max.
Caden.
You dropped
I
right
called my
into that one,
fucking well.
Max.
So
I'm not gonna-
what
yeah.
happened was I was telegraphing what the other fascists should do.
Yeah, Michael was
When
sending me
Edison
directions,
killed
man.
Zach, I told Edison to kill Zach.
Yeah,
Like by
How'd
just
you
what
do
I
that?
was
just
calling out
pretty
on
much.
just
tape.
by
Wow.
hints and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like at the very beginning, when me and Ethan got into a dispute,
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Ethan
they're
might
still
be a little
server
bit.
muted, by the way.
I think Ethan might be a little bit frustrated
you
about
should
this one. I don't
definitely-
think
Oh,
he
no.
knows the
I know
full
he's not.
picture of this yet.
Oh, I
Okay.
100% had it from the start. At first, I was like, okay, why did he go against me? But then it clicked. I was like, okay,
No,
he's going to
So,
win the argument
I-
against me because the count will be right.
No. I drew 2 liberals.
Oh.
you-
That'll do it. That'll do it.
your like claim that I drew 3 would have blown up in our face.
Which I mean,
Like,
technically
we
did. It
would've
was
gone-
roundabout, but.
Yeah, but it would have like ripped us apart.
Hmm.
Like because like the count would have been off. I would have been the most likely suspect because I drew 3. Like I had to like
Mm.
take a stand there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I have
had
something
from
to
the
say. I'm gonna
I
leave
had-
because I
Alright,
work
that's fair.
tomorrow.
That's
Night,
fair.
Caden.
See
Good
ya.
night.
Bye.
Later.
Zach, did you enjoy that game?
How are you feeling?
Okay,
Zach
I
did some
wanted
fucking
I wanted to be on your side, Michael. For the longest time, I was like, dude, I want to trust Michael because I
Yeah,
think
that's
Ethan's
why I got you killed.
at a certain point. And I'm like, but Michael's kind of being an asshole.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I was.
you got
I was.
so okay. You drawing 2 liberals was very good.
Mhm.
Like, that was so good for
Well,
you.
no, it almost destroyed me though.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
know,
I
but the thing
went
is-
with Ethan's plan, we would have probably lost. Like we would have been picked out
Yeah.
as fascists.
If you had
Yeah,
agreed with
and
me when I said
nobody-
I got forced.
Nobody was on my side when I was like, that doesn't necessarily mean that Michael's right. Just because
No.
somebody else could have lied and everybody was like, Michael's right. Michael's
No,
right.
no,
No.
you guys were not agreeing
Um,
with Michael. You guys were hard
That's
against
what- yeah,
Michael
I
at the
wasn't.
beginning.
I wasn't.
No,
no
because
one was agreeing
what
with
happened
Michael.
was I was expecting it to go the way where you guys would agree with him. Because what my plan initially when Michael did that, I was like, okay, Michael knows what he's doing. He knows that I'm the other fascist now. We've established that. So he knows that he's against me, and once these claims go through, it'll prove his innocence. So, but then when it actually happened, the claims went through. You guys all from the beginning took my side for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
You
It
guys-
wasn't no reason. It was that Michael was so sure of himself for something he shouldn't have been. He was
No,
going with
but that's-
chance.
No, no,
and
no.
the fact
Because
that
that's
he got
exactly
it.
what I did when
No,
I went
I
against
didn't
Max
even
the
count.
previous game, and you
Ethan,
guys still sided with me.
Ethan, What happens is we've played this game so many times with each other that
Mhm.
we feel like we've got these little tells about who's right. and
Oh,
who's
so
wrong,
I
and
exhibited my tells.
we kind of latch onto those, and those are entirely baseless, and there's no reason for us to even.
I
latch
exhibited
onto
my
them.
tells, and
Yeah,
you guys
it's
just
a lot of
trusted me
bias.
from the get go.
There's an incredible amount of bias like
I
present
thought
throughout
me
these
bringing up
games.
that bias helped make my case a bit.
Mhm.
I was hoping, like, that
Mm.
was what I was hoping for. Like, I was trying to explain that, like, last game, we were, we treated Ethan as a confirmed liberal.
Yeah.
And because he was. And I was trying to, even if it was no reason to treat me as a confirmed liberal, I wanted to be a confirmed liberal.
I
That
just
being said, that was my attempt of a loud Hitler game. I think it's usually not very smart for Hitler to
No.
go into a dispute at the
Yeah.
very beginning.
That's very well true.
After
It's not
the
stupid
last
if it works though.
Yeah.
loud Hitler game, I really just wanted to see if I could pull off my
Yeah,
idea
that's
of
fair.
what loud Hitler was.
Dude, it was so.
I just-
funny. Edison, you played that perfectly. Was just like, all right, I passed off the presidency to Edison, right? And then Sam goes, oh, but we can't elect Caden because he was past government. I was like, ah, shit. Let's
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
give it to
no.
Sam. And then
Might as
I
well.
knew that there was one liberal card in a stack of 6, and then if Edison drew the liberal, he was going to discard it no matter what. So that would
Mine-
give him a bullet, which gave him the opportunity to kill Zach.
I
So
feel like I played too many
also
liberals.
Never,
I played 2 out of the 4
That was true.
and gave a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never disbelieved my own arguments though. Like,
you
You had conviction at the
Uh,
end. You
yeah,
had you
going on
100%
game.
had conviction. Your
Like,
acting
you were
performance sold them 100%.
if
You
I
were
was
Hitler.
liberal, I would have been just as convicted under those circumstances. Like,
well, here's the thing, Michael. You were
Yeah.
going off the fact that you knew the count. So you
Yes.
knew the count because you
did.
drew 2 liberals.
yes.
There was no way you knew Edison was fascist
Mm.
at the very start there.
The chain helped me a bit.
Yeah.
The very
it-
start. The
if-
very start. When you said there's no way, like
No,
as we were
Mike,
getting-
you guys
there was
you
no
guys
way
are
you
you guys are getting something critical wrong. Mike and I weren't the first hand.
No, we weren't.
It was you, Zach.
me.
And
Me
you guys,
and
there was a liberal
Matt.
chain, and then it was fascist, and then back to liberals.
Yep.
So there was
Yep.
no clear all right, we have the count from the beginning. Michael was basing his claims off of an actual built count, because if people are passing liberals, they have no exact reason to lie unless they're doing a fascist play with maybe drawing 3 liberals and lying about it, or 2 liberals and
If
lying about
I
it,
was playing
which is
liberal
unlikely.
and I got in a genuine dispute there with Ethan and I had the count and I kept proving to myself my own predictions, I would have argued for myself just as much. Though the last bit where I was trying to bridge the gap with Caden and Sam is what I was most proud of.
Yeah.
Because we had to bridge that gap.
I was shocked when you
like-
got Max on your side. I didn't think he would
Yeah,
switch
I
like
just-
that.
I was.
Because
I
then
just didn't
yeah.
believe it.
Because then Max
I wanted to
switching
believe-
gave me that perfect argument with the, oh no, it's Max, it's Max, Zach, Michael. I was like, all right,
I was
perfect.
pretty ready to pivot to blowing up my own game to try to let you and Edison.
That's
win it
I
out.
considered it as well. I was like, if
Yeah.
I can, because I was pushing hard to convince Sam, and Caden about like, okay, no, it's gotta be Michael, Sam, and they're covering. Look at how hard they're pushing for like majority votes.
Yeah.
But you guys had the bigger arguments, so you ended up winning that. But if I was able to convince Sam or Caden, then we could have just gone for a fascist win, because then Sam would have given it to, or Edison would have maybe given it to Sam, and Sam could have given it to me.
Yes.
I trusted Sam. Like once everybody started advocating for him, I was pretty like shaky on Sam. But then as soon as Sam was like, I don't trust any of you, I was kind of like, yeah, you know what? I don't trust any of you. And I like, for the longest time, I wanted Michael. Like I was kind of easing towards Michael as you guys were arguing there. And then I was like, but I don't
I
want
still
Michael.
had to close it out. Like,
I was like, I don't want Michael to win. I don't.
Dude,
I
I
was
was,
just-
look,
I was shaking.
regardless of how
so
good your
bad
argument
at parts
was,
in that game, like my
you were
body was like actually like shaking. I was so nervous and
look,
anxious.
Zach. So when it comes to Secret Hitler, I don't care how my arguments come off if they have merit. Like, I
You
will
were s-
always play the merit argument first, and that's just how I play. Like,
You were so
I would've
fucking
played that
cocky,
liberal.
dude. It was crazy.
I'm
Like how
genuinely
confident you were.
cocky.
Yeah, and it
Like-
was. That's what made me not trust you, honestly, is because I was like, I don't want Michael to win. I don't want him to win
So,
there.
What y'all need to understand is my cockiness is not indicative of whether I'm fascist or not.
I think it goes
Like-
back
Can
to
I-
everyone
can
has
I-
to
I
tell.
can I
try
say
to
something?
close out the game when I can.
But I
Well,
think
One
what's that?
sec.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
What Max said earlier about like we think we have tells figured out, I really agree with.
Yeah.
And I really didn't trust Ethan the entire time because the like you combing your beard
I've
the
been,
entire
I've been
time.
doing that.
Part of that is I think you probably just do
He's
that.
on his
now.
phone.
No,
But
I
also,
was
it's
also
totally like a nervous habit.
Yeah.
So there was that, which is why I didn't fully trust you, and obviously just you staying on the
Dude.
same side. Mike, I have never been able to find a tell, and I have no fucking idea ever what side he's on, besides
Yeah.
like what he plays, and it sucks.
No.
Yeah.
So for me, I have just started combing my beard when I'm sitting at my desk now. I just keep my beard comb on my table now. So that's, but I
Yeah.
was doing it a lot more. One, because
Yeah.
it felt nice and I liked the way
Every
I
time I
looked.
looked over at you, it was like down here, or you were at least holding it in frame.
And
It's like-
I just kept looking at myself in the camera because it calmed me down because I was shaking so bad from anxiety about like
Yeah.
trying to think of like all the different like ways this was gonna go. I was like, holy fuck, I can't handle this. And then when Michael and I were arguing, even though we were on the same team, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, see, that's why we didn't have. That's why I didn't have a. Well, okay.
The
Like,
thought
we
occurred
were
to me that
both
you guys
bullshitting.
were on the same side, but
Yeah.
like it was just like there's no way they are so not on the same side because of how hard Ethan is fucking pushing right now.
High
I
five,
think
I
for
Michael.
was
me,
respecting how Ethan was pushing that. Like, a lot of the. Oh wait, oh no,
The camera turned on.
Yeah, I'm used to just unplugging my webcam out of like I don't want to keep my webcam on all the time. So
That was
just
it.
a habit.
I'll do that kind of thing where the person
I think-
against me is actually on my team. Sometimes I won't. Like, I try to be unpredictable as a strategy.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of
Holds up
my
sport.
playstyle. Yeah.
So
Like,
you
I
just,
don't
like-
think you
So
can use that
random.
as evidence for or against me. Like,
Hey Mike,
yeah,
I think you just switched your microphone
You
to your
definitely
webcam
switched
one.
your microphone
Yeah.
to your
that's
webcam
awesome.
one. It was really funny because you switched into the webcam hadn't come on, and it was like, oh, he sounds different, but
I, like,
still
backed
like
up
audible.
Jesus, it's so louder.
Yeah.
So like, trying to find the merit-based arguments all the time for me, it benefits me both as a fascist and as a liberal. Because as a liberal, like, it's just the right argument. Like, I can try
Yeah.
to get the table to follow the right argument.
Yeah.
As a fascist, I can try to get the table to follow the right argument for the wrong reasons because the like premises for the argument are wrong. Like,
Michael, I don't think you're the argument at the very beginning. I don't think you could have had the count right there. I think that was
I
just
get it.
wrong
I had the count right.
but you couldn't have known Edison.
Ethan.
You couldn't have known that nobody else would have lied. You didn't know
So
who
here's the thing.
someone would lie.
I tried to make the argument that you're right. It's not concrete evidence,
Yeah.
but it's indicative that
Yeah.
strings of liberals tends to mean that the count's right. Strings of fascists tends to mean the count's wrong. Just in general.
Yeah.
To an extent.
So like as a liberal there, I would have still been pretty confident in the count
Yeah.
because we had a string of liberals there.
That's
But again, you tried to-
entirely why I was so I fell so hard for what Michael was doing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I just never considered that he could be Hitler, because if he was a fascist, I don't think he would have been playing that way.
Yeah.
I sincerely think, like, in every game I've played with him, if he plays that way, he would have been a liberal.
Mhm.
And so I
He
didn't
always
even
plays loud.
consider that he could be Hitler.
always trying to
and
get the-
that's where he had me.
No, I'm always just trying to get the table to see my side of things.
I agree with
Yeah.
that kind of place.
Whether like on both sides of things. Like that's just how I play.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is I consider myself a very count-based player whenever I play Secret Hitler, but especially when I'm on the liberal side, because I feel like just from like my game experience, I feel like I can usually determine, even if a count isn't factually correct, I can predict where
Yep.
it goes wrong. Through
I think the
like
count is
it's a good string to follow. It's not always accurate, but when I play liberal and I can follow the count and I can say like there's I don't know, I've had a few games where it's just been like boom boom boom, I can predict immediately who the fascists are, and I've had games that go like that where it's like you just know because you predict
it's
it
not
correctly with the count.
concrete, but it is evidence. Yeah, the count is strong evidence.
So, two things. One, every time we played Secret Hitler with this group plus Sam Pickett, every time we finished, after she'll tell me, I fucking hate playing with people who count.
Same
Yeah,
thing
no,
with the
it's-
people that played. I played with Cody, Nick, Teddy, and them, and they think counting cards is like cheating. They think counting the
So-
count is cheating.
For a beginning
because-
player, I understand completely why it
Mhm.
wholeheartedly sucks for them.
Yeah.
That's because until you get to like a pretty high level skill, you don't know how to mess with the count in a way that really
Mhm.
benefits you as a
I
fascist.
don't fucking know how to do that.
It's by doing stuff that doesn't get a fascist pass, basically.
Mhm.
Because like messing up the count's indicative of fascism, right?
Yeah.
So you
Mhm.
kind of want to try to like throw somebody in the future who draws 3 fascists under the bus because it'll look more likely that they discarded a fascist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like if I'm definitely going to be passing a liberal, like so the very first time I had 2 liberals, 1 fascist. I didn't know if Ethan was on my team or not, so I
Mhm.
discarded one of the liberals and I never mentioned that liberal.
Yeah.
Like, and that drew shade on like that could have drawn shade on someone who drew 3 fascists in the future. I think it's just higher level counterplay to be
Mhm.
able to play against people who have a strong count
Yeah.
because the strong count's
Yeah.
powerful.
That's what I was going for in the first game, and then
Yeah.
it did not work out, and so then it
It
went.
doesn't always work out.
Yeah, and so that's why I switched to playing loud. And
But it's
was
such a
hoping
clear
that
tell, I
first
think
game-
now.
Well, I was really hoping that because you guys didn't have really any dirt on Zach when I started going loud.
Yeah.
And
No.
So I thought you guys were trusting him a bit, and so I was just kind of causing chaos, but I wasn't like really throwing direction or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, Max, I can't see you at all. You are so fucking dark. It has just been talking to a little screen.
It's turned
It's
black.
basically the
and, like,
bottom of the Discord, how there's just squares
There's-
next to
haven't-
Michael for
Yeah.
me. It's
I
just
haven't
another one of
changed
those.
anything, and I'm not gonna fix it.
Yeah, no, it's understandable at this point.
One thing,
Oh, yeah, you go.
That's where we're at.
one thing I want to mention about what I think about the count is I think that's kind of the purpose of the loud fascist is to throw off the count.
Yeah.
I think that's like it's not about trying to get away with things, it's about causing chaos, right? Because fascists tend to win in chaos. It's tough to win as a fascist without chaos. It
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
is.
Definitely.
I tend to try to win as a fascist without chaos, but like I've had some games where I've played some very fun loud fascists. I think I might have been one of the first people to try
I
it
was
in our group.
just
Yeah,
super
definitely.
stoked when I got the idea in Ethan's head that I was playing a loud Hitler, and that
I
changed.
never believed it.
I
but, like,
didn't.
I was
I
wondering
really
if
didn't
that-
want to believe it,
No,
but it was just
But
like
it affected
such a
the game.
risk.
It affected the game.
Exactly,
And that's
exactly.
what I was stoked on. Is
The
that it
loud
changed the game.
fascist is one of the strongest tools at the fascist disposal, I think.
Definitely.
I think
Mhm.
I think one thing I was just thinking about in terms of like the whole card count, because it benefits the liberal side to keep an accurate count. So when you get those strings of liberal cards, you know that people are more than likely telling the truth about what cards that are pulling, so you can accurately get a description. Then you know when a discrepancy arises, which like
Yeah.
points to pinpoint it, and then
Well,
like
so-
what trust to boot. But
In that first game, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the probably the strongest plays you could ever have as a fascist is to have two fascists in play, draw 3 liberal cards, and then immediately before they say anything, tell them like you gave them a choice, because that throws that
Yeah.
discards 3 liberal cards. A liberal card is played, and it messes up the count. Like that's
Yeah,
one of the
so that
strongest
first
plays, but it's
game-
incredibly lucky to get.
In the
Yeah.
first game, we were on a string of liberals. I had drawn 2 liberals and a fascist. I discarded one of them, never made mention of it.
Challenged me.
And I drew 2 fascists and a liberal. And so that was my attempt at doing that, is
Yeah.
throwing the count off there.
Well,
It's
it
not-
worked because I was
everything
suspicious
else
of
didn't
Michael at the
quite
beginning.
work out the way that I wanted it to, and so that kind of bummed me out. But it was tough. It was really difficult.
It kind of worked in the first
it's
game
hard,
because Michael had
especially-
drawn the 3 fascist cards. So initially I was saying, because of statistics and saying that it's the most likely probability that Michael is bad because he drew 3 fascist cards. That's the highest probability for him to discard a liberal card. But in reality, it was you. So that's one example of the count
Yeah.
being wrong in my case. But I still put my suspicions on you and Michael.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Yeah.
What I think is Sam. What I think is a game girl Sam would like a lot more is Inhuman Conditions.
It's Go Fish.
So it's
Some
got
kind
a
of
lot
girly
of the,
game like Barbies.
it's got a lot of the same like trying to lie and that kind of thing as Secret Hitler, but it
Yeah.
completely removes all the math. Like
Yeah.
there's no statistics involved, there's no counts. Like I think it's really great for people who are not trying to get that deep into that kind of thing and how to affect that kind of thing. Like it's more of a social game, which is what I think a lot of people want Secret Hitler to be. Also, as much as I want to keep talking about
Is that
this,
Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
hi Kate. I'm sorry that we've been leaving you pretty bored.
No,
Oh.
you guys are fine.
Were you
You're fine.
engaged in our
You
game?
guys were so stressed out
We should
during
have
the
streamed
game.
it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, my computer probably would have crashed, but
Also, Mike, I think you're still on your webcam, Mike.
What?
Yo, yeah, you were, and I tried to say something, but then
Oh.
you just kept going, so I let you.
Yeah, when I start talking, it's tough to get me to stop.
I'm going to turn off my laptop and switch back over to my desktop, so I'll be back in a second.
I'll probably do the same.
I think I'm gonna